And welcome back to the Quiksilver Pro France. We're into head-to-head matchups. Kanoa Igarashi versus Joan Duru. Hot off the buzzer during that break. Joan Duru opens up. Pete.
That lethal backhand you mentioned yesterday. See if he can keep it together. I mean, looking at this lineup, so many options. It really is a challenge to figure out where you want to be and anticipate where you want to be in 20 minutes. That's really what you have to be able to do, is see and feel that ocean change and make that decision and stick with it. Nice start there for Joan Duru. Well, a little right. We haven't seen a ton of rights yet, but we've seen two in this heat. One, a 5.67 for Joan Duru. Laser floater, two in a row, two big turns for him. Going to be a fair number, I think. Joan Duru went more vertical on his wave, had more variety, so I feel like it'll be just under.
Duru, frothy right-hander, waiting to come off the lip and boosts into the air, but comes disconnected with those offshore breezes and goes incomplete. You can see all of the rip out in the ocean, right, Pete? Is that due to a lot of this giant tide swing?
Exactly. You know, and it's moving out now. There's a big body of water behind us. They call it the lake. It's actually connected to the ocean. It feeds out of the harbor there between Hossegor and Cabraton as we watch this replay here. Looking for a connection. I mean, as the tide drops, that connection to that inside is going to be fewer and far between. But again, that lethal backhand, straight up all the time. That's what he does. He changes his angles, which you need to do on the backhand to showcase variety. And I think, it would be my theory. You know, the swells are coming out of the northwest, so you're already sweeping from the right to the left.
Sweeping through a bottom, turning a big hack. That's Kanoa Igarashi. Kanoa coming around again and doubles it up for a second. Beautiful carve. Gets some froth on the face here. Igarashi moving down the line, looking to close this one out. Bangs the oncoming section, however, cannot hang on through that white water.
Felt to me like that was an important finish. You know, there was two nice carves out there, and then that would have been really the icing on the cake.
It's locked in a 5-point ride, a flat 5.00. And we're going to take another look at the replay of Kanoa Igarashi's wave.
Ton of speed, you see, and I think that's one advantage that Kanoa has, is he carries a lot of speed and he uses his speed, all of it, into his maneuvers. You know, he doesn't ever try to slow it down, and it's just the one mistake there. Very important for him to connect there. But check this out as he goes into it with all this speed, and this is in slow-mo. Great technique for him, driving that arm back for the layback snap. That's changing the angle. A little different approach in the lip, straight to the bottom again. So this is combination of major moves. Two solid top to bottom. And then he has to pick up speed, gets to that closeout section and goes down. I mean, it looks like at least quarterfinals or semifinals.
It's another wave that Joan got during the break, so it looks like a couple scores coming our way for the French surfer.
All of that major weather.
And back to live action, seeing Joan Duru exit a barrel. We're going to catch up what happened earlier with that wave, but an illustration of some of the power there coming straight out of that Cabraton Canyon and focusing on the beach break here at Canoe.
Support for this man, Joan Duru. They love him around these parts, representing the French flag, but also exactly from this region. So surfs here as much as he possibly can when he's in town and not following the tour.
Well, as Kanoa got one during the break, so we're going to be waiting for this number. Let's see what Kanoa has.
Kanoa looks like almost going to pull into the barrel, but decides not to. Goes into that layback snap. Patient off the bottom for the same kind of combo we saw on that last wave that ended up being a 5.23. It's the same kind of wave. It splits apart again. Let's see if he can get the finish. Carrying all that speed, but not as much energy on that inside section. So this one's going to be lower probably than his 5.23, although wait, we got another section on the inside. Hey, there's a little bash and even another opportunity. So two turns on the inside, that changes things. He'll improve on that 4.33 most likely. So all of a sudden you'll know the time and when it's happening. Ooh, big moment for Kanoa Igarashi. See what he can do here.
Off the bottom. Big air off the top, no problem with the revert out of it. Has to go through kind of a sleepy roundhouse cutback, but that opening maneuver was dynamic for Igarashi. He's going to have to connect the dots through here. Little flat section, some foam, bouncing through, doing the Hossegor hop, and no
So really,
reward, but it's going to all be leveraged off of that big opening maneuver for Kanoa Igarashi.
you know, he's got, so he's asking to move down the beach. See that, and that's the directive. You can give a bit of a directive, and he wants separation. As we watch the replay here, straight up into that maneuver, but unfortunately that wave just dissipates into deep water. The energy goes away, so just going to have to count on really that one move and see if it could turn it a 5-3-5.
Priority wants to get away from Joan Duru. Joan Duru up and riding, live action right through the lip there. Gets caught behind the section, so that's not going to add to his scoreline.
Generally, you're going to have to go out around the sides of the competitors' area, you know, where they're surfing, and then get dropped off on the sides and have to move in from that. And that's generally you're going to see the most of them get dropped off in the north.
Joan Duru off the bottom, whacks it off the top for the finish. That was a beautiful final maneuver.
Watch Joan Duru first here. Does he improve on a 5.0? Down the line speed snap, more vertical approach with the whip. So 2 turns for Joan.
Flat 5 Kanoa Igarashi, we can answer back off the bottom. That slash off the top. One more time, back up into the big float, hangs on, no.
That was so important. Bigger wave, had the first move. He pulls that second move off on that big set wave, and he turns the heat. Much bigger wave for Kanoa as he drives through the first turn. Nice, no hitch in the rails, and then the closeout move, tags it, and that right there could be the heat with 50 seconds to go. I mean, beautiful first move. I mean, again, he's done this layback snap with lots of water flying off the rail, very controlled and committed. And then this, up and over. You see the foot just barely detach. And he goes down that outside edge. That'll do it. Huge one for Joan.
Hooter makes it official, and French surf fans are applauding on the beach. What a way to start the day for the hometown crowd. You can see the reaction there. Everyone's happy. Important heat for Joan Duru. And he's going to move on to round number 3. When we come back, we're going to feature Michel Perez versus Matt Wilkinson. More of the Quiksilver Pro coming your way.